What's up guys, Darius here, back with another video. And this is of course the Game Masters discussion, the long-awaited video where we talk about the previous quest that we have just completed. If you haven't seen the quest, the two parts, the two episodes, make sure that you go and watch them because of course you kind of have to watch them to understand this video. There's two episodes, there's two choices that have been made, and the conclusion was that you guys have succeeded in the quest. We have a few things to talk about, and I also have a small kind of ish announcement to make at the end of this video, so make sure to watch until the end because that announcement is going to affect you. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so the first thing that I want to talk about is the vote. Honestly, like being totally honest, I was not expecting it to be this tight. Whenever I make a video and whenever I kind of decide my vote, I always try to give you guys hints and I always try to make the vote like as logical as possible. And this vote, I was sure, like I was totally convinced that you guys were gonna vote for Inanna by a long margin, because I mean, look, what had happened was that she had gone completely silent, right? There was like 10 years without any sort of communication from her, and the seal was not working either. So what were you gonna do? And I told you guys that even though it's been 10 years, even though she has been silent all this time, she still hasn't taken away the seal. And I quote, "It must mean that she might be waiting for something." I explicitly said that to kind of give you guys an obvious hint that look, like she brought you guys through this whole thing. She was the one to bring you to the underwater city. She was the one to test you. You passed, you've already met her, and then she goes silent. Like, it makes, to me at least, it would make no sense that she would abandon you for any sort of reason, right? Because why would she like go through the trouble of bringing you all the way, explaining to you the things about the cycle, explaining you all the things that you had to do, the conflict, and then just like disappear? Like, to me, it made kind of no sense. So in that sort of headspace that I was in, I didn't expect you guys to be that tight. But I mean, sometimes I'll be surprised. Also, I'm not really sure how much you guys know about this show that I'm doing, but one person got it right. One commenter actually got it right, and this was Justinian 1 or Justinian the First, however you wanna be called. By the way, it's a very cool name. He said that he actually read the Wikipedia page, which by the way I put as a picture in the video. This entire story, Enmerkar and the Lord of Arata, is a real, actual story that has actually happened. The first episode, I started off by saying your main character is a character that actually existed. And for those that don't know, because like I said, I'm not sure how much of you know this, everything that happens in this show is 100% completely historically accurate. So if you're playing a real character, the things that you're gonna do are the things that actually happened in the story. And everything that we've done so far, except the underwater city, was actually in the real story of Enmerkar. Like the conflict with Arata, that was the whole story. The going back and forth for 10 years, that was part of the story. I completely followed that. The only thing that was different was that I added extra things to the story, which is what I always do on the show. I always add extra things, but I never change history. Nothing we've ever done in any quest has changed history in any way. At best, you're like enabling history to happen. So that's where I come in with these videos and this story. Well, the one thing that was missing from the actual clay tablets that we have of Enmerkar and the Lord of Arata was the end, like the battle. There's a piece that's missing. All that we know is that Enmerkar was the one that eventually won. So I came in and I filled that missing piece with the war, with the Seal of Elements, with Ishkur and everything. And by the way, had you read the actual story on Wikipedia, which I mean is very accessible to anyone, had you read it, you would have known that Ishkur had given a message, a sign to Enso, right? So through that, you would know that he was on his side and not yours. So if you were to pray for Ishkur, well, it would be to no avail because he's already picked a different side. And Inanna had picked you. Like it says clearly in the story that Inanna favored Enmerkar and Uruk instead of Arata and Enso. So to me, had you guys done research, which I mean, I guess I shouldn't expect all of you to do it, but the ones that do research, they are rewarded. That's the way I structured the show. If you do your research, you are going to be rewarded through information, because everything that whenever I'm writing the story, I base it completely on real historical facts. I research people, research who they actually were, research real historical events and the things that we have of those people, of those events, and then I build my story off of that, and I fill in the gaps without changing anything in history. So keep that in mind for the next quests, because this is going to help you greatly. Like, this is how I structure this whole thing. So Justinian, congratulations, you actually got it. I didn't reply to you because I didn't want to like give it away, right? I always try to be distant before you guys make the choice, not sort of influence the choice too much. But I'm telling you now, you got it, and I know that you're watching this, so you got it. Congratulations, keep it up. And guys, keep researching. If you research, you're gonna find things that other people are not gonna find, and you're gonna be able to succeed in these quests with higher probability. And that's kind of everything I wanted to talk about. I did try to make an accent to try to... Honestly, that accent to me was supposed to be a Middle Eastern. That was kind of the vibe I was going for, because this was Mesopotamia. People are like Middle Eastern. It was like modern day Iraq, Iran, those countries. So that's the accent I was going for. Some people thought it was Russian. Some people thought it was a French accent, which, I mean, you're right in the sense that I live in Quebec, which is like half French. The main language here is French. But I'm Romanian, so like my French, when I speak actual French, I have a Romanian accent. So I'm not sure how you thought that the French accent, that the accent that I was doing was French. But it was fun to make the accent. Obviously, I can't make it perfectly. I'm not like an actor. This was something I just did for fun to try it out. I may or may not to do more accents in the future. At this point, I don't know. Like, it's kind of hard. Right now I'm sticking to just the main character, because if I try to do an accent for everyone, and then if there's like women that talk, I have to make a woman voice, then it gets like complicated, and I'm not like really there yet. But maybe in the future this is a possibility, or maybe getting voice actors, I don't know. We'll see. For now, this was just something that I tried for fun, and that's what you guys got. A Russian French accent that was supposed to be Middle Eastern. Alright, and now the announcement that I wanted to make. It's kind of a bad news, but not really, because it's temporary bad news. There's not going to be any videos on this channel for about a month and a half, I would say. I leave for Romania and Europe on a trip. This was a trip that I planned months ago, so it's not related to like anything YouTube related. This is a trip that I have to go to. I want to see my family back in Romania, and I'm also taking a trip to Greece, going on some Greek islands. And I also want to take this time to just take off YouTube, take off work, because besides YouTube, I do a lot of different things. And I also need a vacation. I'm human, so that's gonna happen. I'm coming back on August 14th, but then I have to film a video, then I have to edit the video, so I'm not sure exactly when it's going to come out. I also have to think a little bit more about the structure of this new show, the direction that I want to take this new show in, where it's going to be. There's a lot of variables, and I will of course let you guys know all of that. I will use this vacation to sort of like take a step back, rethink, refocus, regroup. Don't get me wrong, this show that I'm doing now is awesome. I love the community that we have. Like, you guys are amazing. You guys are commenting all the time. I have like, even though I have very low views, I have so many comments for the views. And there's like a bunch of people, I would say like 80% to 90% of the comments are people that comment every single time. Like, you guys are the reason I do this video. I really appreciate you guys leaving comments. Trust me, I notice, and I love that you guys are participating so much in these episodes. So it's not like I'm taking a break to like stop or like rethink. I'm just gonna use this opportunity to find ways to make the show better, because I really love this show, and I want to also find a way to optimize my workflow and make it fit with all the other projects that that I'm doing, because I'm very, very busy. There's a lot of things going on in my life, and I really have to structure it properly if I am to do all of these things and not sort of sacrifice one thing for another. So I'm sorry that there's not going to be any videos for maybe like 2 months, but that's like the temporary bad news. The good news is, when I eventually do come back, it's going to be a whole lot better. I will have had time to like really think it through, and I am very confident that I'm going to bring you guys a much, much better experience in all the ways that that are possible. So please be patient, stick around, and I will see you guys in in 2 months. Thank you so much for watching. My name has been Darius. Congratulations, you guys have succeeded the quest. I will go, I'm not going to work on it right now, but I will eventually get to working on the next quest. I think I know what I'm going to do it on, and I'm going to make it epic. I'm going to make it awesome and exciting for you guys. So thank you once again. Have a nice summer break, and I will see you at the end of summer. Ciao.